Hi, I'm Josh Fishman, president and owner of A. Fishman & Son Diamonds in New York. Welcome back to our Ultimate Diamond Education series. In the past 37 educational videos, I've discussed a lot of things concerning the 4 C's and other important elements that go beyond the 4 C's in understanding what you should really know before you buy a diamond. But where do you start? What's the first step in the process? Yes, you know a little bit about the 4 C's: color, clarity, cut, and carat size. But how do you integrate all of that into the priorities that you need to understand for yourself before you can actually start the diamond buying process? So I'm here to discuss priorities. And let's look at the 5 priorities that I think are important in how to start the diamond buying process. Number 1, you have to determine your budget. Number 2, decide on the shape of the diamond. Number 3, what size diamond looks good on the hand? 4, what quality is acceptable to you? And 5, does your budget truly work with your desired size and quality? Let's take these priority items one by one. Let's discuss the budget. There are some people who advocate spending 2 times your monthly salary on a diamond engagement ring. That's not my point of view. My point of view is very different. It really depends. How much can you really afford? How much are you comfortable spending? There's always a little flexibility in a budget. How much is your true budget? And then, to preempt what I'm going to say at the very end, how does that budget actually really work with the size and the shape and the quality that you have in mind? We'll get to that towards the end. But let's start with the idea of a budget. Everyone has one. Whether you are spending very little money, which may be a lot to you, or somebody has an enormous budget, which is still going to be a lot for them. You have to settle on some kind of a budget. We may have to revisit that budget after we determine the shape, size, and quality, but you should start with some kind of an idea of what you can really afford. At the same time, you have to recognize that this isn't a one-time, one-moment purchase. It is a purchase for a lifetime, or at least until such time as you may want to upgrade the diamond that you buy now. So first, you have to decide on your budget. Let's turn to item number 2. You have to decide on the shape of the diamond. You will help your seller immensely if you come to him already knowing what shape diamond your significant other would like to wear, whether it is a round diamond or any of the other fancy shaped diamonds that we've discussed before, such as pear shape, marquise, princess cut, oval, heart shape, etc. Recognizing, as I've discussed in an earlier video, that round diamonds are the most expensive diamonds per carat because of its demand and the weight loss resulting from the cutting of the crystal rough into a round shape compared to the fancy shapes. You will understand right away that if you select a round diamond, you will be dealing with a more expensive diamond, all other things being equal. But that's a decision you should make, because otherwise the world of diamonds selection is enormous, and any reputable seller will need to have it narrowed down to some extent by shape. The third priority is the size of the diamond. What looks good on your significant other's hand? I don't think I have to go into lengths to explain that the larger the size of the diamond, the more expensive it will be, and the more it will impact your budget. Nevertheless, it is important to get a sense of what size diamond would look good on your significant other's hand. Remember, however, that diamonds don't get larger on a woman's hand. My experience is that what someone may think is too large at one moment, she will acclimate to that size in the future, and all of a sudden it will be just fine or if not, a little small going forward in the future. Also, when you go shopping to determine what size might look good on the hand, remember that the typical mom and pop or chain store does not always carry well-cut diamonds, and that the dimension of the diamond, its physical diameter, may be small relative to what it should be for its carat weight. So it requires you to get only well-cut diamonds to compare on someone's hand. Now, there are many times that you don't go shopping with your significant other and it's just a surprise, in which case you have to get some help from some friends or some hints that you might otherwise have as to what size may be appropriate, remembering, of course, the impact that that will have on your budget. Let's move on to priority number 4. What quality is acceptable to you for your diamond? It goes without saying, once again, that the higher the quality, that is, the color and clarity of the diamond that you want, the more expensive it will be, and the greater portion of your budget you will use to make those choices and priorities rather than size. At the same time, when I discussed buying a balanced diamond in an earlier video, the focus is, of course, to make sure that you buy a properly cut diamond, a pretty diamond. And again, to refresh, what do I mean by a pretty diamond? It requires 3 elements. 1, that the physical diameter of the diamond be appropriate for its carat weight. 2, that the diamond be brilliant. And 3, that the nature of the inclusions in the clarity grade be pleasing when I look at it under magnification. When those 3 elements are there, then you have a diamond worth buying. At the same time, you have to meld those elements with the size and the shape in order to fit within the budget. So again, you want a good quality diamond in terms of color and clarity, but you don't want such a quality diamond where you have to sacrifice the cut of the diamond. Let's move on to the final element. The final priority is a question of whether your budget really works with all of your other priorities. So now we are going to end where we began, with a question of budget. How does your budget work with the size of the diamond, the shape of the diamond, and the quality of the diamond that you think you want? It is not unusual for you to find out that what you have in mind in terms of the size and the shape and the quality does not work within the budget, and that you've underestimated what your budget has to be in order to meet what you want to do for your significant other. That's where you need advice and guidance. You need some perspective about what things cost within certain sizes and qualities. And that's easy to find out. You have to speak to somebody reputable who can give you a sense and to guide you so that you can go back and readjust your thinking. Have you been thinking right? Do you have the right budget for what you're looking for? Or is it too much for what you're looking for? Or is it just insufficient for what you think you want? And you have to adjust the parameters of what you want in terms of size, shape, and quality. I'm happy to accept your phone calls to give you some guidance in this respect as a prelude to meeting with you and discussing with you your actual diamond selection. And I encourage you to reach out to me if you feel you need to do so in order to get your budget straight in your mind. But the one thing we don't compromise on at A. Fishman & Son is the cut and the prettiness of the diamond. That's a giving. Everything else is adjustable to fit within the ultimate budget that you select. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, this is Josh Fishman saying so long.